Welcome to today's explainer. You know, we're looking at something today that so many of us do, usually without even realizing why. We're unpacking the totally fascinating psychology of stress cleaning. You know the feeling? That sudden, almost overpowering urge to just aggressively clean your surroundings when you're angry or just incredibly stressed out?
I mean, have you ever found yourself doing exactly this? Just picture the scene for a second. You've just had an intense argument, your heart rate is totally up, you're fuming, and suddenly you are aggressively scrubbing the kitchen sink like it personally offended you. Or, I don't know, maybe you're furiously organizing your bedroom closet. To the outside world, or honestly even to yourself, it might just look like a super productive, if kind of intense, way to blow off steam. But as we're about to see, psychology tells us your mind is actually doing this for a much deeper, far more structural reason.
So, at its core, stress cleaning is basically channeling emotional overload into a repetitive task to regain emotional balance. When you grab that mop, you aren't just tidying up. No. Your brain is actually executing a highly effective, really deep psychological blueprint that's designed to literally fix your emotional state. Let's break down exactly how this works through 3 key psychological insights.
Number 1. Craving a sense of control.
Think about the stark contrast between your internal and external reality here. Internally, well, an argument leaves you with unpredictable, incredibly messy emotions. It's chaos, and you just can't control it. But externally, a clean environment is 100% controllable. Keeping your immediate space clean gives your brain something it can completely master when literally the rest of life just feels totally out of your hands.
And you know, that control, it acts as a real anchor. When emotional storms make everything else in your life feel terribly uncertain, the physical act of putting things exactly where they belong provides an immediate, incredibly grounding sense of stability. It's essentially a physical anchor in an emotional storm.
Moving on to number 2, calming the nervous system.
So, biologically, this whole process starts with an emotional overload, feelings that are just way too complicated to process all at once. Seeking relief, your brain triggers a repetitive task. But why? Well, because simple, productive physical motions literally force your nervous system to calm down. You're methodically wiping away that intense fight-or-flight response just to regain your emotional balance. It's honestly amazing.
And that brings us to number 3, the instant dopamine reward.
Here's the thing about anger. It often equates to feeling stuck. It stems from unresolved issues that you simply cannot fix right this very second. But cleaning? Cleaning provides immediate, visible results. You might feel totally helpless about an ongoing argument, but just wiping down a messy counter gives you an instant, undeniable sense of achievement. Seeing that beautifully clean counter actually triggers a vital dopamine reward. Because you achieved something tangible, that overwhelming mental pressure is removed almost instantly. It's like a localized hit of success exactly when your brain feels like it's failing everywhere else. It's a quick win.
Finally, number 4, reframing our reactions.
I really want to leave you with this thought from our source material. Once you understand these patterns, you start seeing behavior in a completely different way. Honestly, it is so validating to realize that this isn't just you being fussy or weird. It's a highly sophisticated coping mechanism. The next time you find yourself stress cleaning, recognize that your brain is doing a whole lot more behind the scenes to protect you than simply making the kitchen tiles sparkle.
So, the next time you find yourself furiously organizing your closet, ask yourself, what am I really trying to clean up in my life right now? If you found this explainer helpful, please make sure to subscribe. We absolutely love breaking down these fascinating topics to reveal the hidden architecture of human behavior. Thanks so much for tuning in, and keep on learning.